Live, local, late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:30 on September 23rd. Welcome to Newswatch 12 this morning. I'm Carlos Marietta. We first want to turn over to Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress for a look at your Tuesday. And Sarah, is today a good day where something a heavy jacket in the first half and then something nice and summer-like in the second half of the day?
I definitely would recommend it. One of our reporters here, Danny, came in with a winter coat on this morning. We were making fun of it a little bit earlier ago, but you might want that yourself because it is feeling a little bit cooler this morning. Layers are going to be your friends today. Here's a live look out across the region, starting off with clear skies, even into coastal areas as well. We're at 37 for Klamath Falls, 58 to Wairika, Medford at 50, into the 40s for Grants Pass, but east side is definitely where we're seeing those cooler temperatures this morning, where we're into 29 for Chamal and even 27 for Christmas Valley. Now for today, expect lots of sunshine. By the time you're hitting lunchtime, you're going to be up into the upper 70s. Heading home from work, you'll be into the upper 90s. So really not feeling like fall at all today, especially into your afternoon. Now around the rest of the region, temperatures are still going to be about anywhere from about 10 to 15 degrees above normal today. And we'll even see that continue on into our Wednesday as well. Here's a closer look at those highs around the region. We'll see 84 for Klamath Falls. Wairika will be at 90 over along the coast, into the 70s today. So still feeling pretty mild. If you are along the coast, we'll see breezes also decrease throughout your day. Now, if you are looking to head out in the next few days, make sure if you're out into the afternoons, you are planning for some time inside and some breaks from that heat, because if you're out in the morning, that heat is going to kind of creep up on you throughout the day. Now into your Thursday, we do see temperatures drop down a little bit, but still going to be above average for this time of year. Lots of sunshine hanging on. So coming up into your next forecast, I'll go ahead and take a closer look at what you can expect around the rest of the region over the next few days, and take a closer look at when we could possibly see some rain return to our forecast.
And starting on an update, after days of criticism, ABC has announced that Jimmy Kimmel's show will be returning to air tonight, and he will address the controversy in his opening monologue. The show was indefinitely taken off the air last Wednesday following criticism over Kimmel's monologue regarding the MAGA movement's response to Charlie Kirk's assassination. A spokesperson for Disney said they suspended the show because they felt some of Kimmel's comments were poorly timed. But after thoughtful conversations with Kimmel, they've reached a decision to bring the show back today. And yesterday, the Medford Rogues Baseball Club announced team president and co-owner Dave May has accepted a position with the Athletics in Mesa, Arizona. But May couldn't leave his hometown hanging, so he plans on working remote for the Rogues, and he will continue his ownership role focused on season ticket holders. May released a statement on Facebook yesterday saying, "As hard as it is to leave my hometown of Medford, I'm excited for my opportunity to grow as a baseball executive." May has been with the Rogues for 9 years, while in ownership position for over 6. His new role with the Athletics will begin in October. And Oregon Parks and Recreation is awarding Klamath County with $715,000 in grant funding to build the Klamath County Community Courtyard. Located at 296 Main Street in Klamath Falls, this vacant lot will soon feature a small amphitheater, a park, and picnic facilities. The space will serve as an outdoor hub for community gatherings, arts, and quiet relaxation. Construction is expected to begin next year. And as we head towards the holiday season, Phoenix police are helping residents have some peace of mind during holiday travels. And if you're planning to head out of town in the holiday season, you can ask police to keep an extra eye on your home. All you have to do is fill out a vacation check form and turn it in to the police department. And as conflict continues in the Middle East, a local representative is returning from Israel, where 250 legislators traveled to last week. Newswatch 12's Grace Rich spoke with an Eagle Point representative, Emily McIntyre, about the opportunity and what she learned.
150 legislators had the opportunity to visit Israel this past week on an Israeli-sponsored trip titled 50 States, One Israel. Local Representative Emily McIntyre was among the legislators invited to attend. I had the opportunity to speak with her about why she chose to participate and what she took away from the experience.
I would say my biggest takeaway is we as Americans have no idea how good we have it. They still have hostages who are young, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds that everybody knows. They know them, they know their faces, have been in captivity now for over 500 days. This is their normal daily life. Goal really was to just increase relationships, to bring us to Israel, to show us what they are doing, what is happening, what happened.
Legislators on both sides of the political spectrum sat down with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and asked him pressing questions about both Israel and Gaza.
He literally said, "Ask me any question and I will tell you the answer." And he did. There was a handful of people that were able to ask him very pointed questions, questions about food and trucks and supplies getting to Gaza.
I also had the opportunity to ask Representative McIntyre about how she sees the relationship between the U.S. and Israel.
That partnership in trying to protect them, protect their country, protect the innovation that they are creating in that country that they share with us, not only helps us in the long run, but it also protects us from terrorist invasions on our own soil.
Reporting in studio, I'm Grace Ritz.
Moving into the fire watch, despite fall bringing in cooler nights and shorter days, fire danger remains high. On Sunday night, a new fire ignited south of Klamath Falls, which is now burning at 312 acres. The township fire is being driven by strong winds, and firefighters say there's limited access points for crews, as the area is both steep and rocky. South Central Oregon Fire Management Partnership says crews are working to secure lines that were inaccessible. And Siskiyou County is seeking public input on evacuation planning across the county, and county residents are being asked to respond to a survey that focuses on what areas are vulnerable to disasters and what transportation methods residents need in a disaster situation. A link to the survey can be found on our website. And Applegate Fire District is announcing more than $1.2 million in grant funding, and one of those is the largest grant investment in the district's history. This grant will support 2 projects aimed at strengthening fire response capacity as well as improving wildfire resilience. One project will expand Station 51 staffing, housing, and equipment to make response time faster. The other will reduce fire fuels and improve defensible space for critical infrastructure. The funding comes from Oregon Housing and Community Services Disaster Recovery and Resilience Program. And moving into the Health Watch, Sky Lakes Medical Center is bringing healthcare to the road with a new mobile health clinic in Klamath Falls. The mobile clinic is designed to help provide health services to community members who may not have easy access to a hospital or primary care.
Mobile clinic is something that we have talked about for a long time at Sky Lakes. And the goal really is for us to bring care to our community, right? We know Klamath County is a very large geographic area, and it's not easy, right? Always for folks to get in town into Klamath Falls.
The clinic will be debuting today at the Age Well Senior Expo in Klamath Falls, and providers will be on site giving out flu shots. And following up, Lithia and Driveway Fields hosted Walk to End Alzheimer's, which raised both awareness and funds for Alzheimer's care, support, and research. And we're now learning that that event raised $81,000. More than 79,000 Oregonians are living with Alzheimer's, and this walk was just one of many events in the state that honored World Alzheimer's Day. The walk was in coordination with the Alzheimer's Association Walks, which was also planning walks in Bend, Portland, and Eugene later this year. And moving to Central Point, where the Flanagan Park Pollinator Garden construction is underway starting this morning. The space will support bees, butterflies, and other important pollinators while adding more natural beauty to the community park. The park area will be closed during construction, and crews are expected to wrap up work by October 3rd. And a new trail in the Rogue River Siskiyou National Forest is now open for mountain bikers. You're taking a look at the new Mount a Jump line just down from the Mount Ashland ski area. It features a progressive jump line for both intermediate and advanced riders, as well as an uphill multi-use trail. It's designed with challenges for even the most advanced riders, including a gap jump of more than 45 feet, which is like jumping over the length of a school bus or a semi-trailer. And our annual Coats for Kids campaign is kicking off this week, with barrels being delivered across our region. Beginning this Thursday, you can drop off new or gently used coats to one of more than 40 locations in Jackson, Josephine, and Klamath counties. We then clean and sort those coats before distributing them to local kids in need. And on Thursday, we'll be live in Medford with more details on this year's campaign. A full list of donation barrel locations can all be found on kdrv.com.